Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. Actually, before I jump into this, I just want to mention that on Tuesday, wickedstocks.com put out a stock pick on SoFi Technologies. You might be familiar with that stock. You can check it out for free by going to wickedstocks.com, where you'll also see, there's a handful of other stock picks that are still pending, still on the edge. And, those that have elicited, we've had a very high batting average the last few months, so you might want to check it out. On Thursday, we'll put out another stock pick, so you'll be able to see a lot of information within the 5 days. You'll also, included with that 5-day free trial, is your daily triple Q and daily SPY analysis, which I think comes in quite handy if you're trading NVIDIA on either a day trade or even a 3 to 5 day swing trade, a 3 to 5 week swing trade basis, I should say. And so there's that. Go to wickedstocks.com and check it out. So, big picture, NVIDIA. It was 4 weeks ago this Friday that we settled clearly above that 149.99 one-year horizontal channel top that then indicated the longer-term 176.14 channel top. As I mentioned at the time, I think a 2 to 3 month or sooner objective. We're almost 4 weeks into it and almost reaching it. In fact, I've added 174.37 to the mix, and that is within 1%. That is actually the 1% mark of 176.14. So as you push into these long-term resistance areas, it does begin at the 1% area. Not that I'm encouraging you to sell 174.37 aggressively, but the opposite is also true. In other words, if we were to close above 176.14 this week, it would need to be by a 1% margin to the upside, which would take us into the upper 177 handle, if I'm doing my math correctly, that we would need to close at or above to set off yet another significant show of strength as we move really through the rest of the year. But we're not there yet. We're still expecting 176.14, and the selling can begin at 174.37. And that is to say that if you've been long the last 3 or 4 weeks and we push into this area over the next few days, and we may, that you could begin taking profits around 174.37, because you never know, we just might not test that 176.14 outright. So that is obviously entirely up to you. Now for the day itself, we have this trend line that we opened above and closed just above on Tuesday, a 171.07. If we open unchanged today, we would open below 171.07, and we may open unchanged or lower today. The S&P 500 futures are down a bit overnight as I speak with, we're probably 6 hours from the opening bell, so who knows? But if we open below 171.07, I'm not expecting a big sell-off, but what I do think is, where is the chart here? Is this it? No, that is not it. Is this it? Yes, this is 167.89. So, it's like difficult to put everything on one image. We could have put 167.89 here on one image, and that is nothing more than last Friday's high. And so that would be a gap closing event. The 167.89 level able to contain intraday selling. So if we open below 171.07, we could test 167.89 intraday, and that could be the range for the day. If we close today below 167.89, now close the gap, settle below last Friday's high, I do see this kind of a 3-week rising channel bottom at 161.94 as a likely 2 to 3 day target. So, whether we test 161.94 over the next few days has everything to do with whether we close today below 167.89. Until then, we could come off of 167.89 and round back up again to the 171.07 trend line.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
Talking upside, if we happen to open at or above 171.07, we're bullish still for the day. We've got these little minor points mapped out, but I really think that, we actually did close just above the 171.07 trend line, and not the number itself, but your 171.07 was lower on Tuesday. We did close just above it, and if we open above it, we could see potentially 176.10 intraday, and that is the same channel top on the daily chart that we find on the weekly chart at 176.14. Where whether you're a day trader who may go long on the opening bell above 171.07, taking profits at 176.10, or whether you've been long for the better part of the last month and finally reaching your objective at 176.14, either way, this is an area to exit long positions. I think in all time horizons, because from here we can fall back into the 140s within 2 to 3 months of testing 176.14. So a downside, once again, I'm just going to say closing below 167.89, signals 161.94 within a day or two by Friday's close. There is the possibility that if we show true weakness right out of the gates on Wednesday morning, that is to say by breaking or perhaps opening early in the day below 167.89, yes, we could see that reversal down to 161.94 on an intraday basis, where if you're short term, that is to say for the day itself, profits can be taken. You can reverse and go long here. I do see this 2-3 week channel bottom as one able to contain perhaps not only daily selling pressures, but even through the rest of the week, and we can round up from here. It is very stair-step all the way down. The only way I would actually anticipate and indicate this 146.56 to 149.99 region as an objective will be either A, once we test 176.14, that will become the outlook that the market, after this incredible rally, would only be giving back not even a third of that rally from the April low. And so, I think that is a realistic bearish rotation, scenario. Or we could test 149.99, 146.56 if we close below this, what is like a 6-week channel bottom at 156.44. So there's your stair step. If we were to close today, not going to happen, below 161.94, then by Friday's close we test 156.46, where you can go long through next week and even the rest of August. Above 156.46, 6-week bullish momentum remains intact. From here we can round up into this mid 170s within 2 to 3 to 5 weeks of testing 156.46. So there is your stair step all the way down. I don't expect that to play out. What I expect is this market reaching its 176.10 formation, 176.14 on the weekly chart, like a magnet, drawing the market toward it as it has been for the last 3 or 4 weeks following that settlement above 149.99. Is there anything else for me to say? I don't think so. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. You can see the SoFi Technology stock pick put out on Tuesday, the other one that's coming out tomorrow, and the more recent ones that are still relevant and pending. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Thursday's NVIDIA report, and you have a great day.